Have you ever considered how your attitude influences your life's trajectory? It may seem like a trivial thing, but it's like the rudder of a ship. A small thing, but it can steer a massive vessel through stormy seas or calm waters. Our attitude, whether positive or negative, is the force that propels us forward or holds us back. It's like a magnet that attracts circumstances, people and opportunities into our lives. A positive attitude opens doors, fosters relationships, and cultivates success. On the flip side, a negative attitude can slam those same doors shut, create conflict, and foster failure. Imagine, if you will, your life as a grand painting. Your attitude is the brush that creates every stroke, each color, and every detail. So, let's delve into this captivating topic together and explore the profound impact of attitude on our lives. Now, think about it. How has your attitude shaped your life so far? Let's delve into what the experts have to say about the importance of attitude. First, we turn to Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, a man who knew a thing or two about facing adversity. He once remarked, "Nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal. Nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude." Jefferson believed that our attitude is the key to our success or failure. He understood that if we believe we can do something, we're already halfway there. But if we doubt our abilities, we're setting ourselves up for failure before we even begin. Next, we look to the indomitable Winston Churchill, the British statesman who led his nation through the darkest days of the Second World War. Churchill once said, "Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference." This quote, short and sweet, encapsulates the power of attitude. That little thing, our perspective, our mindset, can be the difference between success and failure, between joy and despair. Churchill knew that maintaining a positive attitude, even in the face of adversity, could change the course of history. Finally, we turn to Charles Swindoll, a renowned American author and clergyman. He said, "Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it." Swindoll believes that it's not the events in our lives that define us, but our reactions to them. Our attitude is the lens through which we interpret our experiences. When we view life's challenges as opportunities for growth rather than roadblocks, we can transform adversity into advantage. These are just a few examples of the power of attitude. From presidents to statesmen to clergymen, these individuals recognized the profound influence of our mindset on our lives. They understood that our attitude is more than just a state of mind. It's a tool, a weapon even, that we can wield to overcome challenges, achieve our goals, and shape our destiny. So, what does this mean for us? It means that we have the power to control our lives. It means that we can choose to view our challenges as opportunities, our setbacks as stepping stones, and our failures as lessons. It means that we can choose to be optimistic, to persevere, and to never give up, no matter how tough things get. In the end, it's not about what happens to us, but how we respond to it. We may not have control over the events in our lives, but we do have control over our attitudes. And that, my friends, is a power that cannot be underestimated. As you can see, these prominent figures firmly believe that our attitude significantly influences our lives. Let's explore some real-life examples that highlight the power of attitude. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, one of the world's most prolific inventors. Edison failed a whopping 1,000 times before he successfully invented the light bulb. Now imagine if he had a negative attitude towards failure. He could have given up after the first, 10th, or even the 100th attempt. But Edison's positive attitude towards failure, viewing each attempt as a step closer to success, led to one of the most transformative inventions in human history. Then, there's the story of Oprah Winfrey, who overcame a challenging and traumatic childhood to become a media mogul. She grew up in poverty and faced numerous adversities. But Oprah's attitude? She refused to let her past define her future. Instead, she used her experiences as fuel to drive her ambition and inspire others. Her attitude of resilience and relentless optimism paved the way for her phenomenal success. On the flip side, let's consider the infamous story of Blockbuster. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Blockbuster was the king of video rental. When a little company called Netflix approached them with a partnership offer, Blockbuster laughed it off. They were stuck in their ways, their attitude was one of complacency, and they failed to adapt to the changing landscape. Today, Netflix is a multi-billion-dollar streaming giant, while Blockbuster, there's only one store left in the world. How about the tale of the tortoise and the hare? An oldie but a goodie. We all remember how the hare, with all his speed and agility, was so confident, so cocky, that he decided to take a nap mid-race. His attitude of overconfidence led to his downfall. Meanwhile, the tortoise, slow as he may be, had a steadfast and determined attitude. He kept moving step by step, never losing sight of his goal. And we all know who ended up winning the race. Each of these stories illustrates the profound impact of attitude on our lives. Whether it's an inventor with an unshakable belief in his potential, a media icon who refuses to be a victim of her past, a once dominant company that failed to adapt due to complacency, or a slow-moving tortoise who proved that perseverance trumps overconfidence. Attitude is the common thread. From personal trials to business decisions, from historical events to age-old fables, these stories serve as powerful reminders. They remind us that a positive or negative attitude significantly influences our actions, our decisions, and ultimately our outcomes. So, as we navigate the ups and downs of life, let's remember to check our attitudes. Let's aspire to be more like Edison and Oprah, more like the tortoise and less like Blockbuster or the hare. Because, as the saying goes, attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. These stories demonstrate how a positive or negative attitude can significantly impact our outcomes. So how about your attitude? Have you ever reflected on it? Let's dive deep into the well of self-reflection. Picture your attitude as an invisible force field. It's always there, surrounding you, shaping your interactions and experiences. Whether you're aware of it or not, your attitude is constantly at work, influencing how you perceive and respond to the world around you. Now imagine your attitude as a beacon. It's like a lighthouse guiding ships at sea. It guides your behavior, your decisions, and your responses to life's challenges and opportunities. If your attitude is positive, it can lead you towards success, happiness, and fulfillment. But if it's negative, it can steer you towards failure, dissatisfaction, and regret. Consider this: how often do you find yourself reacting negatively to things that don't go your way? Are you quick to blame others or circumstances for your disappointments? Or do you see these as opportunities for growth and learning? These questions might seem simple, but they're crucial in understanding the role your attitude plays in your life. How about your relationships? Think about the people you interact with daily, your family, friends, colleagues, even the barista who makes your morning coffee. Are these interactions positive and uplifting, or are they filled with tension and conflict? Your attitude, believe it or not, plays a significant role in shaping these relationships. Let's take it a step further. Think about your goals, your dreams, the things you want to achieve in life. How does your attitude influence your pursuit of these aspirations? If your attitude is one of optimism and resilience, you're more likely to persist in the face of obstacles, to keep pushing forward even when the going gets tough. On the other hand, if your attitude is one of pessimism and defeatism, you're more likely to give up at the first sign of difficulty. And let's not forget about the impact of your attitude on your overall well-being. A positive attitude can boost your mood, reduce stress, and even improve your physical health. A negative attitude, however, can lead to feelings of sadness, anxiety, and a host of health problems. In short, your attitude is a powerful tool. It can either lift you up or drag you down. It can either open doors of opportunity or slam them shut. It can either fill your life with joy and satisfaction or with bitterness and regret. So, take a moment to reflect on your attitude. Is it helping you or hindering you? Is it leading you towards the life you want, or is it pulling you away from it? Remember, you have the power to shape your attitude. You can choose to see the glass as half full or half empty. You can choose to rise above challenges or to be overwhelmed by them. You can choose to be the master of your attitude or to let it master you. Remember, your attitude is like the artist's brush that colors your world. Now, how about we talk about making some positive changes? First things first, let's talk about gratitude. We often forget to appreciate the good in our lives, don't we? But cultivating gratitude can be a game changer. It's like flipping a switch in your brain from focusing on what's going wrong to acknowledging what's going right. So here's a tip. Start with a gratitude journal. Each day, jot down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as a warm cup of coffee in the morning, or as profound as the love and support of friends and family. The key is consistency. Over time, you'll find yourself naturally gravitating towards positivity. Speaking of positivity, practicing it is our next strategy. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Positivity, isn't that just ignoring the bad stuff? Well, not quite. Positivity isn't about denying reality or suppressing negative emotions. It's about choosing to focus on the silver linings, no matter how bleak the clouds may seem. It's about acknowledging the negatives, then swiftly pivoting to what can be done to improve the situation. This is where the power of positive affirmations comes into play. Say them out loud, write them down, make them your mantra. I am capable. I am resilient. I can handle what comes my way. Repeat them until they become your default setting. Finally, let's talk about reframing negative thoughts. This isn't about putting a happy spin on everything. It's about challenging those pesky, pessimistic thoughts that creep into your mind. Let's say you make a mistake at work. Instead of thinking, I always mess up, reframe it as, I made a mistake, but that's how I learn. This shifts the narrative from self-criticism to self-improvement. It's like swapping out a pair of glasses with a cracked lens for a pair that lets you see clearly. It doesn't change the world around you, but it changes how you see it. So let's review. Cultivating gratitude, practicing positivity, and reframing negative thoughts. 3 strategies to foster a better attitude. And remember, attitude isn't a fixed trait. It's more like a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger it becomes. By adopting these strategies, you can significantly improve your attitude and, by extension, your life. So, we've explored the impact of attitude on our lives, heard from experts, reflected on our attitudes, and discussed strategies for improvement. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? Let's take a moment to revisit the main points we've covered. We learned that attitude isn't just a buzzword thrown around in self-help books. It's a fundamental aspect of our lives that influences our actions, relationships, and ultimately our overall well-being. We heard from experts who shared enlightening insights on the power of attitude. They taught us that our attitude can be our greatest ally or our worst enemy. It's not about having a picture-perfect life, but rather about how we perceive and react to the world around us. Then we dived into real-life examples, where we saw firsthand how attitude can turn a challenging situation into an opportunity for growth. These stories demonstrated that it's not the circumstances that define us, but our attitude towards them. We also took some time to reflect on our own attitudes. This introspection might have been uncomfortable for some, but remember, awareness is the first step towards change. And change, although difficult, leads to growth and improvement. We rounded off with some strategies to foster a positive attitude. From practicing gratitude to embracing optimism and resilience, we discovered that maintaining a positive attitude isn't a one-time event, but a continuous journey. The crux of it all? Attitude is a choice. A choice that we make every single day. It's the lens through which we view our world. It's the brush we use to paint our experiences. And so, as we conclude this exploration of attitude, I leave you with a thought to ponder. Your attitude is the palette of colors you choose to paint your world with. It can be vibrant and uplifting or dull and disheartening. The choice is yours. Remember, your attitude truly is a little thing that makes a big difference. So, what color will you paint your world with today?